All right, welcome to our deep dive into real estate from 2024. This week is a little bit different from what our normal content is.
Yeah, we're going national.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the national averages in real estate and also what our local market is doing. We don't do real estate all the time, although we are real estate agents, because mostly we love to celebrate what's great about living in Racine. But if you're going to live in Racine, you really probably should own a home if you're going to live here for an extended period of time, because it's just financially good for you. And as a result, we want to make sure that we set you up for success with some great information. So
join us after this.
There we go. And we'll go deep dive into this. Be right back.
Yeah. Here we go.
All right. So deep diving into real estate, Russ. What does that mean?
Yeah. So we've been running the stats.
Yep.
You know, we do it monthly anyway.
Yep.
And so just to let you know
Actually,
what
we
the
do it
market is doing.
We don't do it monthly. We do it weekly.
Yeah, sorry, weekly.
And if you are interested in being part of that, you can send an email to Kimberly@timthomes.com and you will get a weekly market snapshot every week on Tuesdays. So if you're interested in that, send me an email and I'll add you to the list.
Okay, and so we did a year-end review.
It's always good. It's always really good to look at the year on year.
See where the market has been going.
Yeah, and compared to last year.
It's fluctuating a little bit this year.
Well, and I think a lot of people are really insecure about whether they should buy or sell right now.
Yeah.
Because they're not really sure with, well, let's talk first of all about one of the things that happened nationally. So real estate was a little bit tough at the beginning of the year. Yeah. And through most of this year, it was a little bit of a tough market. And the main reason for that is because there was a major presidential election. So some presidential elections affect the real estate market a little bit. This one, because there was such a huge wide split between the two parties and the two candidates, et cetera, there was a lot of insecurity on both sides. And to be honest, regardless of who won, it would have been stabilized, and it was. And that's what happened.
Yeah, it always affects the market. And so now the decision making's over.
Yep.
We can get back to
business.
Yes.
Well, and that's the thing, is that people don't want to buy or sell homes when they don't know what the future of the country looks like. Now, there are some people who are selling homes because of the future of the country, but there are other people who are going to be buying homes now because of the future of the country, investments, et cetera, or maybe just upgrading because they feel better about the election results. Some people are selling because they didn't feel good about it. But regardless, people now are able to move forward with their real estate ideas and what they want to do. They feel like there's certainty, at least in what's going to be happening to a certain extent. So because of that, let's look at a couple of the stats from the year. So first of all, we couldn't even find accurate stats for the year for national stuff. The only stat we could find that was national, there are two stats we found that were national that we could rely on. One of them was that the national average home price for 2024 pretty solidly is right around the 500,000 mark.
Yeah.
The number we found was like 484,800, but that only went through November, didn't count December sales. So you could really, national average is right around that 500,000 mark because it was going up a little bit.
Because the national stats aren't done until about February.
Yeah, February, March before the national stats are even published. And by that time, you guys are all bored by that. Who wants to talk about 2024 in March of 2025? So the best national average we got, though, was right around the 500,000 mark for the national sold price.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about how that relates to our local market. So in 2023, our Southeast Wisconsin.
This is just Racine and Kenosha.
Yep, Racine and Kenosha Counties. Our average price in 2023 was $314,376.
Yeah.
And what we saw in 2024. All right, so the one stat that we could find that we felt was fairly reliable was the average sold price across the country. The number we found only went through November, and that was $484,800. So $484,800. And obviously through December, when the market was rising a little bit more after the election, we could probably say average across the country is close to the 500,000 mark.
Yeah, I would say pretty close to the 500 to the 500,000.
Yeah. So $500,000 for your average single family home. And this is single family homes, by the way, not discussing two families, condos, etc. If you want any of that information, just send us a note, let us know. But this is single family homes, which is the vast majority of homes that are sold. And I do like that as well, because it's not about like the multifamilies and the two families. A lot of times you talk about investors, not your average regular person. And so single families...
Prices differ vastly on those. And so we just take an average of, we're looking at single family homes for our stats.
Yep.
And that's what we pass on down to you.
If 500,000 is the national average, let's look at what the local numbers were. So first of all, let's compare them to 2023. The local numbers for 2023 was the sold price was $314,376. That was the average sold price for 2023.
And the average for 2024 was $348,762.
Yeah, which is a definite uptick for sure. Yeah. We can see that as a 100%. Now, we also can see an uptick, however, from the sold. So in 2023, there were 3,184 houses, single-family homes, sold in southeast Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And in 2024?
That's cool. That's just in Kenosha and Racine.
Yep.
And in 2024, there was 3,268.
So we've gone up in the amount of homes that have actually been sold. So that is a really positive thing, because the other positive thing is how many homes were listed. In 2023, there were 3,822 listed.
And in 2024, there was 3,935 listed.
So the reason those numbers are really important is that we can see that, first of all, there's more confidence coming back into the market if more people are listing, and more confidence coming into the market if prices are continuing to rise. Even with interest rates at about 7% all year long, they went up and down a little bit, but people were not shying away from buying, and the market was not dropping dramatically.
Yeah.
And I think that's important, because there's so much media and so much news out there that was like, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. Well, not in southeast Wisconsin. The sky's not falling. In fact, it's raising. If you're a seller, this is good news.
In actual fact, in just Racine and Kenosha in southeast Wisconsin, the volume of homes sold went up by $139 million.
Yeah. So in 2023, there was $1,974,861 spent on buying a home, basically.
Yeah.
On buying a home.
And in 2024, it's $1,139,756,680.
So basically 1.139 billion versus 1.0 billion. That's an easier way to look at it, to make so that your brain doesn't get scrambled with all those numbers. And that is good, because that's, again, it's showing that our dollar amounts are going up on our overall volume. Our amount of homes sold is going up. Our dollar amounts is going up on each home, and then the overall market dollar amount also went up.
And the average price is going up. The average, list and sold
so
price.
The average list price in 2023 was $315,667.
Yeah, and this year, in 2024, it was $350,822.
Yeah, so that average list price actually went up a little bit. What I think is interesting to note is that both the list and the sold prices went up a little bit.
Yeah.
Like the list price was, but in both of them were really close to each other. In 2023, there was only $1,000 between the average list and the average sold price. Yeah. And in 2024, there was less.
It's about the same.
It's actually $2,000 difference between what people were listing their homes at versus what they were selling. So that tells you also that the reasonableness of sellers. Yes. They are pricing their houses. So if you think that the average seller isn't pricing their house right, well, the average seller is pricing their house about where it should be.
If they don't price their house right, it doesn't sell.
Yes.
Until they do price it right.
That's correct. However, you should also pay attention if you're looking for a bargain house. The cheapest house that was sold in Racine and Kenosha
was $10,000.
$10,000. Now, we're pretty sure, first of all, there were no pictures online other than the outside picture of that house.
Yeah.
And it was in Racine on St. Patrick's Street. Pretty sure that house was negligible and probably somebody just bought it for the land. A good chance that house has been knocked down.
Maybe.
Or it's going to require a full gut.
Yeah, a lot
it's
of
going
flipping.
to, at 10,000, that's like a complete gut, top to bottom, left
Now,
and
last
right.
year, the cheapest house was 30K. So
Yeah, so
that price has gone down.
Yeah, in 2023. That just means that there was a really, really cheap house this year, and there wasn't a really, really cheap one in 2023. But the highest priced house
was $3,165,000.
Yep, and that was out in the Salem Lakes, Twin Lakes area. Yeah. And that house, obviously there were quite a few pictures. We'll keep the privacy nice for the new owners. But yeah, $3.165 million.
That was the top price in
all of
Kenosha.
Racine and Kenosha counties all the way across. So, and that's what we cover with our stats. There was, obviously, with all of this, that shows that there was a raise. There was actually movement upwards. Nationally, it went up by about 4.9%, and we saw that locally, about 4.7% of an increase year on year.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. That's actually a stable market.
Yeah.
As opposed to when it was going up 15% or even 10%, that's an unstable market. 5% is normal. And that's actually what we want to see.
Yeah, and obviously inventory could have been better throughout the year. It has been on the low side.
So that's what's interesting. Even though our inventory this year was higher than 2023, it still was not substantially higher.
Yeah.
And it is still way below historical values. Historically, we are at about 50% of what our historical numbers are for listings.
Yeah.
So if you look at it as 38, we had 3,900 or almost 4,000. Let's just do a round number. That means that when we're at 50%, that means there's typically 8,000 homes.
Yeah.
Even in a tight market, we could have 6,000 homes listed and still be just fine and be on the rise.
Yep.
So we do need to get there. More people need to be moving in the next year or two in order for our market to continue.
And I think that we're seeing that builders are starting to build again.
Yes. In fact, we've got somebody that we're working with right now who has approached us. They are a very positive and investor builder types, developers. They have a tendency to come out after elections stabilize, then they know what direction things are going. It doesn't mean they weren't going to build. It just means they kind of hold back and wait. Yeah. And we're working with somebody who's going to be building.
Until the timing is right.
Yep.
And then they start investing because,
Yep.
And they'll start building.
Yep.
Prices were at an all-time high, obviously, for lumber and stuff like that.
Yep.
Due to COVID. They've started falling gradually now.
Yep.
And so builders are going to start getting on the bandwagon. They're going to start building those new homes, which we seriously need for those people to move up into them to allow people below to then buy their homes.
Yeah. So what it is really what is the biggest factor in our area is the lack of new construction homes or new construction condos even. New construction homes and condos are a premium price, and the bigger problem with them is that they can only be sold for cash generally. The financing for them is very difficult. Yes. And so if you don't own your home outright, moving up to that next one can be problematic if you have to use 100% cash. So, but you can finance them. There are lenders. There's two lenders in this area, Johnson Bank and Gateway Mortgage, both of whom do new construction lending.
Yes.
So if you are interested in new construction, give us a call. We'll connect you with a really good person, like a personal contact at either of those organizations. But Gateway Mortgage in Kenosha and Johnson Bank, which is, of course, in Kenosha, Racine, and it's all over the place in this area. Both of those do finance new construction homes. But homes aren't staying on the market very long either.
No. They're selling very quickly.
And we looked at the stats on this from 2023, and this was still the same in 2023. The 75%, or in this year it was 73.62%, but the year 23 was 75% of the homes sold within 30 days or less.
Yeah.
So if your agent is selling your home within 30 days or less, then they're doing
good job.
Then they're doing a good job. Because that's where 75% of the market is going. 31 to 60% of the market, 31 to 60 days rather, was 15% of the market.
Yeah.
And then the numbers drop into the single digits after that.
Yeah, so single digits from 61 days up to 121 plus.
Yeah, so basically almost 90% of the market is selling in less than 60 days.
Yeah,
so
which is really good.
Yeah, if your home is on the market for more than 60 days and it's not sold and doesn't have an offer, then you need to make some adjustments, or your agent needs to make some adjustments, because that is problematic.
Either
60
you're
days.
overpriced or you're not being marketed.
You're
properly.
overpriced or undermarketed.
Yeah.
Those are the two biggest things in real estate that people need to pay attention to. Overpricing and undermarketing. Those are the biggest parts.
Get your agents to do an open house.
Yeah. No, don't tell them our secrets. No, that's all right. If you want to have a good listing, come see us. No, anyway. So overall, though, the real estate market, the biggest thing, our wages in this area are also rising, which helps, because the more the wages go up in a particular area, and that's due to how many industries we have coming in the area.
Got so many, and we got more moving in.
Yes, there's still more coming. So it's not stopping. We are not stopping. The wages are going up. Opportunities for jobs are going up. Yeah, and we've still got big manufacturers coming in. We've got a large pharmaceutical manufacturing company coming into the city of Kenosha, like right into the city.
Yeah.
And that's massive. It's like a $3 billion investment into the city of Kenosha. So that's going to be big, 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 big. So, yeah, those are kind of...
Yeah, bringing lots more jobs, lots more people.
Absolutely.
And lots more investors.
And what means we need lots more houses.
Yeah.
So builders, if you're a builder and you're watching this, get out there and start building homes, because we need them. Because then people will move up. And if you are going into new construction, I will give you this one little real estate-y caveat. Do not buy a new construction home from the builder directly or through the builder's agent. Do not talk to them first. Come talk to a regular real estate agent first, so that you have somebody representing you.
Yeah.
We've had a number of...
Because the agents working for the builder are working for the builder.
Right. And
not
that's
you.
Right, not you. That's our one thing we're going to say, and no more real estate talk. But yeah, the market's looking good. Economic forecast for this area of the country is looking really good. So that is a very positive thing towards people buying and selling homes this year.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, 2023 was good. 2024 was a little better. Let's make 2025 epic. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
We actually are going to help 50 people this year. That is our goal, and we've done it before. And this year we've set the goal of helping 50 people. We've already helped 4. So now we need 46 more, and we're only in the first couple weeks of January. So, yeah. So if you have any interest or have any questions, let us know. Otherwise, this will be the last real estate thing we do for 3 months.
Yes.
No more for 3 more months. But hopefully you have found some value in this content. And next week we will be back to doing our regular content, which is along the lines of the fun things you can do and the types of architecture and the things you find in the surrounding area for living in Racine. But hopefully you found some value in this. And if you have, do us a favor, click like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any of our content. And if you have a question that you don't want to put in the comment section, just shoot an email to Kimberly@tamthomes.com. That's Kimberly@tamthomes.com. Otherwise, drop us a comment. What do you think? Would you want to buy a home in 2025?
Yeah.
In the Racine area.
So, that's it for today. And it's a bye from me.
Bye from me. Bye for now.